Alright. Nintendo. THQH2O. Aidyn Chronicles, the first Mage. Development. Version 1 of 2. We're going to be going over this one. That's a beta version, basically. The other one's more of an alpha, in my opinion. Posted on a subreddit. r/Aidyn by user u/Cheedy. Sorry about butchering your name, friend, but nevertheless, really appreciate it. You posting that. Just found it 2 years ago. It was posted. I haven't really been on the subreddit, so this is new to me. And very excited about getting to play with this. There's 4 different versions you can play. The new game is like in the original game that came out. And then we'll go over these ones too. You can see right off the bat different graphics they used and everything. Not sure what this does as far as renaming in the menu. Nothing for theater. First thing you'll see in the background, it doesn't pan out to all the different areas in the game. It just goes over Errormon and it goes over the mountains, and it just keeps looping over and over again. So I guess that's good if you don't want any spoilers or anything. Which, speaking of which, I'd highly recommend not watching this until you at least finished one full playthrough of the base game, just so you kind of know everything somewhat, because we're going to be talking about a lot of spoilers and stuff like that. So, without further ado, we'll just jump into the original game as it stands. The intro here is basically the same thing other than the music and a couple of messed up graphics that don't load that kind of just are gray or blackish, which we'll see a lot of those. Oh, we messed up our name, but not sure what the counter is in the top left. And then press start to skip this. Made it to the game, the original game that was released, but it doesn't actually say press start, if I remember correctly. Aileron definitely got a makeover, that's for sure. And the hat was further down the road when you see the spirit. So getting to see the hat right at the beginning is different. The user interface there in the bottom left and right definitely are a bit different. You can still sneak around. So, hat. Any item you try and pick up is going to give you these options to disable or check for traps and all that. So, Jasper's hat. I don't know who Jasper is. It's not the farmer's hat or Kindle's hat, I think is what it's called in the game. Oh, it does a little animation. Open chest, no trap. Definitely a lot different from what got released. Healing potion. And I mean, I could see what's in here. My inventory. Can't do anything else with it. But the thing is when you press start, it doesn't do the scroll. There's no saving. So we're going to be using the autosave feature in our Project 64 emulator, which I'm going to be using several different versions of, because this game is very buggy and glitchy, and oh, you'll see what I'm talking about. But you can hit load, and that just loads where you are. Option, same thing that we were doing before. Nothing in theater. But the worst part is this menu. You can't see or do anything. I've tried multiple button combinations to see if there's something wrong, or I tried changing the graphics, but nothing. So we can't inspect items, look what we have, what we don't have, unequipped stuff, things like that through this menu. It sucks. But hey, you can camp. There you go. Now it's night. Let's go back to day. You can also look at your journal entry. No entries, but that's pretty much it. It says it's the late blooming season up there. And the map from the entire time I've been playing this doesn't change. It only shows that you've discovered that much. So, we'll get on with it. Conversation with these guys is pretty much the same. Portrait's different. That portrait, I think, is the innkeeper or someone in Talewok, if I'm not mistaken, but it's used a lot, so we don't have to keep going with this. What you can do is with the conversations is you can hit B if you don't want to listen to them, and then it just ends it. So you can skip dialogues, which is really nice. You can also skip battles too, but just for the sake of it, got to show you at least one battle here. See how different it is. Which the main thing here is since we can't in our menu use anything from the world, you have to press start here, and you kind of got to play around with this. Like right now I'm using a sword, so if I want to switch it just like in the game that came out, I want to add the hat. I tried to. And I swapped to the club. Doesn't look like a club to me, but I'll take it. Yeah, the health bars are different. Portraits. When you get close enough to an enemy, you see a green circle. Come on, Aileron. No. Okay. 2 times, third time's the charm. And he's not doing good. Oh, I already took 6 damage. Man, I am not doing good with this poor bat. Alright, well, I don't know, maybe something's messed up or another with it. So what I'm going to do is hit start, and I'm going to scroll over. There's your skills, your spells, your stats. Effects, have no idea what that is. And the 3 bars up here I'm a little confused on too, which is your health, I'm assuming in red, but I'm not that dead, quite dead that much yet. I don't know what the blue or the yellow is either. So then options, you can wait or trek. I don't know what this means, but basically you hit it and then the battle's over. You don't get any experience, but the monster is gone, so you don't have to fight him now. And you can do that with any battle you want. There's our first big change too. A little different from the portals we got in the end game. Let's see if I can get another fight that, because I want to show you guys the screens after you finish a battle first is the main thing. See if the rat wants to cooperate. If I can find the rat. There he is. Oh, I forgot how low your dexterity is when you first start. God. And you just suck at this, dude. Come on. There we go. You can actually hit something. Okay, giant rat killed. Battle just ends, says victory. Same thing like when we opened up the chest. He didn't have anything though. And then it'll bring you to this screen, and it'll show you at your bottom your spendable, what you have, and how much it costs to upgrade all that good stuff. Spells, stats, and then rituals. Not sure what those are yet. And there you go. Oh, and another treasure. Let's see if we can open it. No trap. Without, because if you don't inspect it, even for a trap, I've noticed a lot of them will just break. The ones that can explode will just explode if you don't inspect them. So let's see what happens when we engage Mr. Goblins. See, all the portraits are the exact same. Oh man, they're missing Aileron. He's doing the Matrix. Here we go. Okay, let's speed this up a little bit. Come on. I don't know what they're throwing at him. Come on now. There we go. I don't remember Aileron missing or dodging that much. But hey, it's a beta, so who knows what we're gonna see. This whole dialogue is pretty much the same, if I remember correctly. Again, it has been a while, so you can pause it and if you really want to stop and read it all. But I want to show you guys the interesting picture frame here on the Queen of Chaos. Kill you, die soon, kill, die. Shh. So I'm pretty sure... Well, no, there was a Chaos Mauler, I think. If I remember correctly in this dialogue. There you go. Oh, I skipped him here. You'll stay with us. And I'm going, is this a director? Like, what? That just freaked me out. Who is this guy? And then this dialogue after has changed a little bit when you ask her to teach you spells. I'll say not yet. Only powerful magic in your vision. Yeah, teach me healing magic. Show me some rituals. Permanent. Come on. Yeah, they take hours to perform. They're safe most of the time. Teach me rituals. And yeah, she doesn't know rituals, she says. Just a few small spells. And then, okay, I'll teach me the spells then. And it explains what spells are. And then you can level those up if you wanted to. GP, I'm assuming, is your gold points or something. Yeah, the bottom left there. So yeah, rituals just never made it in the game. They upgraded the UI pretty much a lot. The end of here. Let's see. Nice bookshelf. And that's pretty much it for the first little beginning area here. Everything else is pretty much damn near the same. So we're going to go ahead. Let's see. Oh, I can't even pick up the herbs. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and jump forward. Then I'll start showing you, once we get to the town, a couple differences there. Alright, we made it here to the first major town. On the road there was a lot of enemies that aren't normally on the road. And once we got here, there's no vendors or anything. And it rains inside, which definitely maybe check getting that fixed there, buddy. Most of the townspeople aren't here. The guards look a little bit different too, from what I remember of as well. And the major difference, I speed it up a little bit here. You can't actually finish the game if you want to do like a let's play or something. You can't even get into the building to trigger any scenes or trigger any flags or anything like that. So that's pretty much it for the first town. Some of the guards, a lot of the people that are here will crash the game. These guards don't though, luckily. That's pretty much it. I'm going to jump to the next town because we actually have vendors there and I'll show you guys a bit more from there. Alright, instead of walking to the second Errormon town, what we're going to do is I'll show you the other versions of this because we can just kind of teleport our way up there. We did new game, so if you hit start game, then it just basically cuts the that intro scene there, and then you can start the new character dialogue again and go from there like we did before. Okay? Okay. And then if you choose to do the intermediate game, it'll put you with your team of 4, which that one stock Talewok guy or whoever that is, that's actually Brenna, and then Rita and Abrakan. And it puts you right here at Errormon, so you don't have to make that super long journey. All of the audio is killed in here, so not really much to hear. So let's go back to the beginning first and foremost. There's a bunch of the guys in there, the townsfolk that really don't say much of anything new or useful. But what I found interesting is these guys over here. Let me show you the money first. Is when you pick up some money piles, you can hit teleport or pick it up. If you hit teleport, just sends you outside. But so kind of anticlimactic. Check the treasure chest or gold pile. But if you try and talk to these well-known vendors, you try and click on one, it sends you into a battle. So here I am. Rita's glitching out. She's got some graphical issues with, I guess, her hand. I don't know what's happening there. Try and zoom out, and it's all the way up there. There, yeah, a little confused here. Here we go. So, I don't know what that is, but I can't get rid of it. But yeah, there's a shopkeeper. You can go fight him. He doesn't actually attack you. You can just smack him, and he's worth, once you kill him, he's worth 0 experience points and everything. So you don't really get anything for doing it. But yeah, I've tried switching weapons with her, and nothing changes. So, it just is what it is. And his weapons don't even show up, even though he has one in his hand. So, that's a little interesting. Oh yeah, and if you hit select, or not select, it would be Z. I'm using Xbox 360 or Xbox One controller. But if you hit the Z button, whatever you have at map 2, then it'll actually tell you stuff about whatever you're looking at, such as the longsword here, or your kite shield. I don't think it really gives descriptions, yeah, for the scrolls or anything though. And since we don't have our main menu, we can't actually look and see what these things are like. What's a big healing potion? I'm assuming the cure potion? I don't know. Douche scale? Greater sword, public iron. So, yeah. But yeah, instead of walking up there and smacking him. Oh yeah. And then you use your directional arrows to change what character you're looking at. Yeah. Oh yeah, and if you wait, it just skips your turn. I don't know if I said that or not. So, instead of going up there and killing him, we're just gonna leave. Then he disappears. Same thing with that one. Oh, it started raining. So, that noise works. Running back up here. Or actually, let me show you a shop. Hit save real quick, just in case we crash. You can go in and talk to some of these shopkeepers, and they will sell you things. This one only sells gemstones. I can buy gemstones, I could sell stuff. Let's see if this guy has something else. No? Here we go. Okay, so when you look at items and you try and hit the Z button again to inspect what it is in a menu like this, it doesn't tell you what it is. So you can assume what an antidote and a chameleon potion do, but yeah. And for 1 gold apiece, why not get a couple? It's a sweet deal. So that's another thing I found kind of odd. You can go in and Beacon is actually in his shop, but every time I go in there, it just crashes my game. It'll say his first like 2 lines, and then it just dies. And then same thing, another reason, since you couldn't get into the castle, you can get into here, and you can talk to the king. However, after having the conversation with him, it'll just reset and make it go again. And then that's it. Even if I hit the B button to skip it, it'll just keep doing the same thing. So I'm stuck. I can never leave now. But luckily I'm hitting save a bunch. So, yeah, don't go in there. Or maybe in your game, maybe try it and see, maybe it'll, yeah, let you get in there. Going up into the mountains, there's really not much up there, to be quite honest with you. A lot of the little houses are empty. Some of them have treasure. You can't fight the Goblin King boss still, because, I mean, he's not there, assuming, because you can't go in and talk to the king here. Excuse me. But I'll show you guys, because of that, if you reset, skip the intro a little bit. Oh, now it's showing the beginning area of the game. Before it was just showing Errormon. That's new. So I'm learning new things as we continue. But I was going to show you guys, now we did the regular game, skip the intro, skip to Errormon, and then the advanced game is the final game that we'll try to play, or that we will play. I want to see. Okay, so the intro now just shows the first area of the game, and it doesn't transition to the next area. And it kicks me back to normal graphics. Okay, so we'll hit advanced graphics. And then we get placed with this team. Now, who is that lady? I have no idea who this lady is. I don't know if she's a developer or what. I know that the guy picture's going to be Brenna, and then there you go. But yeah, I don't know. That's an interesting one to me. So maybe she's a developer. Let's see who it is. When we go in here, all of them are the same people. Same portrait, I mean. So there's Keelan. Oh, it's Baird. Okay. So he's the stock portrait guy. That's so crazy. And then Shola is, I guess, one of the developers of the game. Whoever she is, maybe. Or artist or music person. So, yeah. Interesting on the finds, and we're going to find a lot more of portraits of other people in the game. And in the alpha, there's actually a lot more portraits of, I guess, other employees or people that worked on the game. So, just for speed this up a little bit, we'll just skip that. Hit save on there. But yeah, this, you can get in, you can walk around, you can look at the buildings and everything. Again, you can't trigger the events or anything like that in here. Some of these buildings do work. Some of them you can just walk through and get stuck in. Let's see if I can find one that we can actually get into. Oh, there you go. There you go, there's one of these guys. Hobgoblins. Oh, it just kicks me out. Oh, this one actually has a chest. Trap was successfully disarmed. And then, now that we have multiple people, you have to choose who to use. So we'll use Keelan since she's got the highest thief. Successful. Chameleon potion. Even though those were only for 1 gold back in town, that's a nice thing to find. Cool. So that's about it for here. There's really not much else I can show you that's of much interest. Now moving forward is, since we don't have any teleporting spots we can go to, it starts getting really buggy, because I'm not sure if you were supposed to continue after this or not, and the areas weren't ready, because I remember seeing a video where there was a battle in front of the tombs in the swamp, which aren't even in this version. At least I couldn't get to them. But yeah, we're gonna continue on from here. I'm gonna transition since you guys don't want to have to sit here and watch me walk all the way down there again. Before that, I forgot to say, this is another teleporter that I found that I was able to get into after several attempts, with a lot of the doors not even working, to get into the cavern in Errormon, the second town. But this is another portal, crystals, all that good stuff. And this portal would take you to underneath the castle in the first town, but it does not work. So I really tried getting into the castle. I tried frame glitching into it, which I'll show you. That's what I had to do to get around to a lot of other places. But that's about it. There's little things inside the cavern, like this is where you have the meeting with the one lady, I forgot her name. And random sign that you can't interact with. But that's pretty much it. I'm pretty sure that the townsfolk aren't in here at all either. Yeah, there's a little village area where they would be, because there was 2 of them in here that sold stuff. This is where you could get Fireball for the first time, I do believe. And then this is the one area. I don't even know where I'm at now. Oh, yep. Okay, so that was where I was able to get out. Okay. So, yeah. Then if you want to see what the game crash looks like, walk into here, trying to go talk to him. You saw him in the corner there, right? There he is. And then it just dies. And it freezes on me. But hey, there he is. He's in the game. That's what he looks like. Alright, so let's go to the next town. Or area, I should say. Alright, on our way to the third town. Up there was the Griffin Cave. There's a hole there, but it's not active. And there's no way, from my understanding, to get into it. At least I tried. I believe we could see, yep, we could see our spirit friend here. Or our other self, our other half, I should say. Spoiler alert. Come on. He says his name is Nestle. And then if you encounter him, you say, I will like this. Then you get an error message. And the game crashes. Good times. But I figured I'd show you that dialogue. Okay. So now, continuing on, forgetting him, there is some townsfolk that really... Talewok. That was the third town, right? Talewok. You can go over into the forest area there. There are some treasure chests, but my my game kept crashing. So, yeah, I'm good on that. So let's go into the third town. Alright, walking in here. It's very buggy. A lot of the buildings aren't accessible, and you can't really talk to any of the guys. Like if I talk to him, it'll say an error message, an invalid shopkeeper. And if I get too close to the main tower up top there, it will tell me there's too many wanderers or too many something in the area, limit 30 something or another. So the best road and the only thing you can really do in town is get out of town, is my option for you. I mean, you want to play around in it, that's you. Make sure you save often. But yeah, we're not even going to be able to finish the game anyways. So it's not like we're actually following the story or the quest line here. So that's there. But I will, however, show you how I can get around and into the forest. Because you can talk to the fairies. And you can piss them off just like you can in the real game and try and make them fight you, which will cause more errors. But hey, it's still fun. Okay, game decided to crash on me, so had to reload. Moving on, don't talk to the townsfolk again. Make sure you're saving often. Come up to, I think right here, yep. And you just ran into the wall and just keep pushing forward. And eventually, make sure you stop and save, you will end up on the other side of the river. By, I don't know what you would call that, frame skipping, distance glitching. You call it whatever you want. I don't care. Leave it down in the comments. But from there, you go up here. Again, don't get too close to the town or you'll start getting that too many people error maximum thing. We're going to do the same exact thing up here. There we go. And once you do that, go up and then aim slightly to the right. And you'll see I'm slowly getting pushed as I'm running forward as fast as I can into the forest. And there you go, now we're in the forest. Pretty crazy, right? That's the only way I figured out how to get into the forest. Because you can't go straight around. I'll show you the error here in a few. So that one is a female dryad one. Will you take me? Strange look in your eyes. Okay, cool. And then she flips out. I don't know. Okay. If you try and trigger them, the dialogue, to fight them, it will crash on you and give you error, no enemy. Kind of like what I showed you with the shadow. Our shadow self. There's the male one. And then let's fast forward a little bit more. Let's see. So if we go in here, that's just another female. There we go. We can say hello to the queen. Stupid mushrooms. That's her. What the heck did that? Hey dude, this dialogue isn't Borged yet. Alright. Someone please explain what's Borged. I'll have to Google that one or something. But okay. Moving on forward now. So. Oh, I thought it crashed. I just saved it. So the tree where you find the flower behind it, you can't click the tree. There's no flower behind it, just a bunch of evil mushrooms. I say evil because if you did play the game all the way through, you know at the end of the game what I'm talking about, where the dragon's at. But then, I think I'm going the right way. Gosh, I get so lost in this forest. Okay. So those are not normally there. So there's the normal spirit wolves. But then you see the actual main building. It's not even open. You can't, or available. You can try and climb up and over it, but it'll just give you an error here. I'll show you. So there's no building up there to even show you. Just FYI. But let's try. Oh, well, never mind then. Too many wanderers already allocated. Max 39. So whatever that means, yeah. Okay, so let's go on to the port city town next. Alright, moving on to the port town. First part of the quest was you run along the beach and you kill all the monsters so that the captain can go back to the port safely to get the ship ready to go to the islands. But if you talk to him, which that doesn't even look like him, he looks just like the same town guy, standard person at the other town, then you will get an error message, and yeah, not good times. So let's go back up. Hello, bandit. Going to the port town, up to the bridge. Things start clearing up, but it still makes that crazy rain noise and everything. We will run into the cutscene. Because if I remember correctly, you get to see her smooge Artorias or I forgot his name. Oh god, he just ran at me. You get to see them talk and let her get past the bridge. But if you approach them, or she runs at you, then she'll fight you. And apparently fails to cast spells. So she's a doppelganger apparently. And yeah, you can go kill her if you want to. Or not, and just skip it. And then if you do, then that's the end of that. There are some treasure boxes over there. Nothing of utmost significance, especially not since we're finishing the whole story. Alright, I'm good. You can go to the lighthouse if you want to. The lighthouse, you can get in it, but you can't get out of it. And just the base floors was available for me. You can't go underneath it either. One of the most saddest parts that reminds me is if you come here, and in this treasure chest right here, which there's no water noises by the way, but it loves to make that rain sound. This is where you were supposed to get the teleport scroll, if I remember correctly, in the base game. And instead you just get 50 gold. So, I love my teleport spell. And just like the last town, there is no wall or door. I think I can talk to him without the game crashing. Yep. Thanks, Barif. Bala reason. Okay. So in the town, a lot of these buildings, same as the last town, or I should say the town before that. No real shopkeepers. Oh, there's Godric. Forgot about him. If you talk to him, save it again, he will fight you. So, yeah, you can fight him and kill him. He doesn't want to talk to you. Apparently, I don't know if it's... Oh, I've never seen this guy. Oh, let's save it real quick. I'm curious. Oh, he'll fight you too. Alright, so everyone doesn't like you here. If you go into the inn, it is available. You can speak to the daughter of the owner of this inn, just like how you could before. But Keelan is here again, running into a wall, wondering her thoughts, I suppose. If you try and talk to her, she'll fight you again. And that's about it. Let's see. Oh, I didn't know Rita was in here too. And she's still super glitched out. Oh, well, that one decides to give me an error. Cool. Okay then. So don't talk to Rita. Other than that, I'm pretty sure that's about it for this town as well. If you go down to the dock, Ferris isn't here, the jester. No boats. No nothing like that. And if you... This guy, who usually runs around like crazy, back and forth, because there's a crazy thing in his house, the spirit wraith or whatever, as a side quest. I thought it was the last house. Is standing there stagnant. And then yeah, if you go into the houses, that's pretty much the extent. And now I'm stuck. So that'll be it for this town. We're going to turn the other direction now and go towards the fourth major town. Okay, so we made it to the fourth town. Walking up here, there was nothing too much monster design. I mean, you can maybe see some new monster designs. Well, the same ones, I mean, but just what they kind of look like. Not much differential. Same with the ruins over there. They're still there. They don't do anything, just like how they don't do anything in the standard game, at least not that I'm aware of. Guards, when you first walk in, look very similar to the guards in the other sites, other towns, I mean. And if you talk to them, you will get glitched out. There are some villagers here. It's kind of risky if you talk to them. Some of them work, some of them don't. I just wanted to show you a couple things like that. Well, it doesn't, it didn't used to be that big, I think, at the base game. And this one definitely, well, it's supposed to be a well, is, yeah, it was a lot smaller when you go do the quest line with that lady that's standing over there. Like this guy, he'll work half the time if you talk to him, or he'll glitch out there that time. And then he'll say, teleport or monster party. I don't know what monster party is, because if you hit it, it just gives you another error. So, but if you hit teleport, it just brings you inside here. Come inside to the inn. Innkeeper's here. Nothing's in any of the back there, nothing. And then yeah, innkeeper looks the same. You talk to him, it'll also air you out. So that's about it. You want to talk to all the villagers, do it at your own risk. I talked to a couple, and yeah, what makes me wonder is, what's that monster party thing mean? Never heard of that before. Maybe that's like the randomized battle simulator thing or something. Because I always wonder, like, if you've ever played like a lot of RPGs, like the first one that comes to mind is Final Fantasy VII. There is, oh, well, you can apparently fight the guards, and they'll attack you. Like FF7 had a debug. Save it real quick. A debug room, full blown, that you can use with like Game Shark codes and stuff. So I wonder if this game has it like that, or maybe if there's a way to unlock like console commands where I could fly in the air and just like wander around and explore stuff. But anyways, point of interest is this was just a water fountain up here, if I remember, and that's all it was. There was never going to be an option, which you can't get into it or do anything, to get inside of like the castle walls. This fountain was always here, but I don't think that was ever supposed to be accessible. At least they cut that anyways, I should say, from the finished product of the game. You can explore inside here. It kicks you, the door is up there, but it kicks you and starts you over here into Mago's house. Let's save again, because no one's in here except when you go into his room and you go and try and talk to him. There you go, it just kicks you out, it airs you out again. So, I wonder if you can sleep. Nope. I figured it'd be worth to see if you can camp inside of a building or something. Oh yeah, I didn't even press a button. It just, if you walk into that door, then it glitches you out. Okay. So that's it for this town. I didn't explore all the buildings here, just because I had more worse luck, and I had a lot of crashes in this town. A lot. So, kind of got annoyed with it and just said whatever. I found a few interesting key points and left. So, moving on. Okay, so at this point in the game, if we were actually doing the quests, if we could, I should say, then we would have Neeson in our party, or Nessun, and then we would be heading into the bog to go get him, go help him break into Shamsuk's tower and all that noise, and do that part. But the problem with the bog is it's very glitchy. And in anyways, without the glitches before, it's like the Sin's Fortress, in my opinion, of Dark Souls, if you ever played that. It's another version of the Shadow Self. A lot of stuff doesn't load. A lot of the floors are hollow. It's like a censored tree. So it's just rough. It's not fun. I crash a lot here. Oh, that's one that is loaded versus the non-loaded ones. And also the biggest... Oh, damn mushrooms. The biggest disappointment here is there's no tomb. Like, if I don't speed it up, I think I hear something like that, the bog noise, that crying noise. You can see Shamsuk's, his tower over there in the far distance. But that's about it. But about right up to here, I'll show you, it starts getting really bad after the water here. All the, you know, where all the waters meet and everything, something went really wonky. And if you go here, it'll just start throwing you up in the sky, kind of like the sky glitch thing, or the texture glitch, whatever you want to call it, how I got into the forest with the fairies. So I kind of had to maneuver around, see? So, was that me or a zombie? I think that was a zombie. I saw something other than me. I don't know. But anyways, I'm going to cut ahead to another part of the bog because the Lizard King is in fact in the game. So here we are. We went past all the water, where all the waters meet over there, because that's Shamsuk's tower. Shamsuk's tower over there. The old man's here, so you can talk to him. And then also wherever he ran away to, the Lizard King's here. And that's what peppers look like in the game. And I can't pick them up. So if you talk to the Lizard King, this is the same dialogue from my understanding, but it gives you another developer's face. Or art or design person, I don't know, programmer, I don't know. And you can't actually fight him regardless of what you choose or even if you get there, because it gives you the first dialogue screen, it'll kick you out and say no enemies. But the Lizard King is in the game. There he is in all of his glory. Yep, and there he goes. In a circle. Well, or oval, whatever. And same with the old man. It's the same dialogue from the game. You can say you'll help and do all that stuff, but that's about it. I think it'll actually not crash. He won't anyways. Yeah. Okay. But what I found interesting is past Mr. Lizard King over here. Come up here. There's this lizard mob. And there you go. You see his face again. He is just the standard lizard. So. And then, other than that, I think that's it in the bog. I'll try and show you the best I can. Oh, yeah. Can't go that way. I'll show you the best view of Shamsuk's tower. But the beach is filled with cutscenes too that you can't skip, and you'll get stuck in a dialogue bomb. You won't be able to do anything. So it's super. All the floors are hollow over there too, but you can kind of get up front. I'll show you here. Okay, and now on the other side of the tower, from where the Lizard King and the old guy was, beach is over there, and then the tower's right here. From this angle, and all other angles, this is basically how close you can get to it without falling through the ground. So you can kind of see it, but it is actually, believe it or not, I was playing around with it, it is accessible. So if we speed this up and you get closer and closer to it and you hit it just right, you can actually get into the tower on the left here. Or I mean on the right here. I'd recommend speeding up the time because it sucks to do this. Oh, shit, I just got it. You see that? Come on. Oh, it's either I hit it too many times or I don't hit it enough. Okay, there we go. Boom. Make sure I save that. Okay, so now we're inside of Shamsuk's tower. Let's see what we get. Alright, here we are back again in the tower. I had to change out emulators because the one I was using, which was actually the newest one, decided it didn't like it. Does not want to work. Kept getting error messages and stuff, so canceled that one. And got this one. There's no treasure up here that I found, except for right before you go down the door. Check this out. Look how close you have to be to this in order to get it to pop up. Right, I'm on top of it. I had to get on top of this thing. Like, if I was turning the corner, I could have easily just walked down. What this is actually something that's gonna trip out a lot of the guys. Everyone, I think, on the Reddit. It's Chameleon Potion, and it's 1 EHUD key 3669. So I'll grab those, and an EHUD, going on the Reddit real quick. I looked for EHUD, and there's only 2 posts I could find, both by Fishbane. And he posted stuff that was hidden, like the Archmage's staff, or EHUD staff. Chaos staff. EHUD staff right there. So there's a staff, aka the Necromancer staff, but there's no EHUD's ring, or I mean key, excuse me. So, I found that very interesting. Yeah, even he said EHUD staff, aka the Necromancer staff. So, that's just really interesting to me to see that. Oh, and then it becomes a box. But you still have to get super close to actually see it. See, I'm not even. You have to be on. I have to be on it to see it. So for anyone who wants to explore in here, I would say patience. Take your time and look at every little crevice, or you may miss something, which I probably already have. If you ever played Kingsfield, the predecessor to the Soul series, you know that you would have to hug a lot of walls to get to where you needed to be. So I would definitely like to say the hunt is on. What other codes can people dig up in this game's binary or hex codes and stuff, because I'm finding new stuff. Alright, moving right along down the tower. We can almost get all the way to the bottom of the tower to Rainbow Road, but not quite, because of a zombie glitch error code I keep running into. These enemies I think are just dust devils. Oh, the camera doesn't want to work. So, you can see the dust devils if you want to. But something that's interesting about that EHUD key is it's not in my inventory anymore. This is all I got. All the stuff you start out with. And here's my chameleon potions that I got out of the chest, which are usable. See? There you go. But the key is gone. It's not in my inventory. It's not like in the spell or the stat or ritual or effects or something. So I found that to be very interesting. I don't know if the same thing would or wouldn't happen. Oh god, there's the programmer developer guy again. But yeah, very interesting, mysterious key item that came as quick as it went. Let's see, those are the salamanders. I'm pretty sure they were hellhounds in the original game that came out. And there was also a wraith right here. I'm not going to go through the whole thing just so I can leave some mystery for you guys. But also I have a really loud techno background music guide of the whole tower in the background from years ago. Pretty cool wall fire thing, huh? 3-part guide to the tower if you wanted to scrub it from top to bottom. There's another one. Oh, I get so pushed backwards. Here we go. Okay, so there normally was a wraith in here and then a fire demon spirit down there. And that's where you would get a mobilize, I think. Okay, so let's go in here, make sure we save. So down here, you need to get the blood key in order to open up that door. If you don't have the blood key, you can't progress downwards into the Rainbow Road area. And I tried my damnedest to see if I could surpass it by wall glitching or anything like this, but that's the best I can do. Doesn't take me or do nothing. So the issue I'm having, let's just reload this, we don't want to fight him. Okay, so the issue I'm having is in this room is the Minotaur Lord. You get him, you have to kill him in order to get the blood key, and also on the stockpile of gold next to him is the wall of bones, so you could see his shadow through the wall. Pretty cool, huh? And so you can try and sneak up on him, but he'll get you. like that. So what happens is if you kill him, it just gives you an error message. So it won't let me actually go get him to his inventory and get the blood key and all that noise. And if you do the trek or whatever, then it doesn't count. See? So this is the error message I get. I don't know what it is. I don't know if there's something I can do to maybe fix this in the future, or what. But yeah, because of that, oh, now it's not gonna like me at all. Okay, we'll have to reload a different save here real quick. So, all my saves kind of got corrupted, so I can't reload at the bottom of the tower. So we're just going to continue on to the desert. Getting here is rough. Either take the right path, and there's a lot of unskippable character dialogues that you'll have to maneuver around, or if you take the left path from the 4th town over here, it's damn near non-existent. You'll have to wall glitch your way through a couple different areas to get through here. It's not fun, regardless. No events trigger at the gate. You can go through the gate, you have to hit A. And no spirit, no nothing like that here. The desert's pretty well intact at the beginning anyways. Come up here and I'll show you the tomb. So it's like the quest has already been completed because all the stones have been activated. Don't know what those little markers are, but it doesn't matter what angle you come at it from. If you get too close, it will corrupt your save and you'll have to reload. I'll show you what I'm talking about. There you go. And it crashes. Try and reload. Good times. With that one. Okay, so since we saw the tombs, let's go to the town instead. Go this direction. And sorry for the audio, but after it rains like a good few times in the game, then all of a sudden it just decides to keep this sound in the background. And it doesn't go away. It sucks. Not gonna lie. Oh look, we're on green grass. In the desert. Cool. Fighting scorpions. That was a Wraith model. That's not loading. That's hilarious. Do they just... they don't do anything. Oh, they attack though. That is awesome. Okay. Save often. The bones are still here. Here's this guy. You can talk to him, but it will give you that error that there's no enemy was put into the game for this guy. Pretty sure that's the one it gives you. You're so deadly. Yep, no enemy. Okay, so let's reopen. And then as far as the town goes, Dust Devils. The door isn't active, and it's very non-colorful, as you can see. You can get into the city. There's some parts that are available, but again, you got to do a little wall glitch, break into it. So there's no water. What you do is come up over here. Let's try this. And run up, push forward. You'll start seeing the lake, the water down there. Turn right a little bit, and there you go. Okay, so now we're inside. I got it saved, just in case we crash again. You can go up to the tower. It's inactive. But this building is active. From one direction. And there is someone in here. I do believe. Or not, never mind. I thought that there was. Oh, you know what it is it's someone's in this building. But this one, there it is. It's like, there's him right there. And then I think, oh no, it's just the one guy. Okay. So let's see if we can say hello to the shopkeeper. I don't know why there's an invisible wall right there. Or maybe that's a person that's not in? Nope. Yeah, if you talk to the shopkeeper, may I please have a word with you? Okay, I think that's Junar for go away and leave me alone. I could be wrong about that, but, you know, try this again. Or not. Alrighty then. Quick reload later. We will not be going back into that shop. It doesn't seem like we're welcome. This door is also active too. You can go up the stairs and see some of the buildings. If you hit that black textured wall over there, it will crash you as well. There's your finished, non-finished infinity pool, infinity tower, or water geyser thing. None of the buildings in here are active though, that I found. So I can't really show you or get into any of those things. There is one little area they started to work on. Was over here. You go up the bridge. And you can come over here. There's those evil mushrooms again. Some trees. Some plants. And that's about it. And this is Junar. That's the end of it. That's pretty much the end of the game. Because we can't go into the castle in the first town, unfortunately. I wish that we could. I tried breaking into it from multiple angles. I'm hoping eventually they release like maybe one of our guys here, our programmers. They released Hat in Time, which was also originally on the Nintendo 64. They made a remake of it, and it does have console commands in it to where you can grab your character and just free camera them and, you know, make them fly and run all over the place and whatnot. And I'm hoping that maybe one day we can find commands like that to do so I can play around with this more, because kind of limited to only what you can do on your feet here. But this is a look at the beta phase of what the game was like and what they were working on. Found a new item. Pretty cool to see what they worked on first. And that's about it. Oh, there's a nice little green patch land over there. I don't remember that being in the game. Finished game, I should say. Water. And the desert over there. Alright. I just wanted to finish up by showing you guys a couple of the screenshots I took while I was playing the game. I think we saw a lot of them, but that was one of the trees that was loaded in the bog. The very odd looking skeleton texture out there. There's two pictures. Yeah, near the fourth town over here. That building that was never finished in the beta phase or the alpha phase, as well as the finished game. This was, yeah, up near the bridge to Salomon. One of our chaos guys here. Treasure chest. Oh, yep, that was when I actually Guess it was a different time of day. I found a Junar there. Gate. Yeah, this is again near the fourth town down at the bottom where you would get, there's a chest over here where there would be a wizard hat or a witch's ring you could potentially get. You come down from up here. Um, there was no treasure and just lots of crashing. Oh yeah, the fairies, male, female, queen. That said that weird dialogue that it wasn't Borg in the game. This was also in the fourth town, Tremmoran, or wherever. Um, so like in Shamsuk's tower, it had full-blown flames. This is just a picture, like a screenshot, it looks like, of a flame, and it's just 2D. So it's like they were, yeah, just in the middle of working on it, but not quite finished with it. The fountain, some gemstones, uh, random error message, which I got a folder of those actually. Yeah, where we just were. Oh yeah, that's up near the where the lighthouse is. It doesn't, when you're coming up to the lighthouse where it pans up and shows you a full view, it doesn't do that in the beta, so you can't really see it. So that's the best I can do. And you can go in there, but if you go in there, you're stuck in there, and you can't go into either of the other two doors or get into the cave down below. So it just figured there really wasn't much to do up there. There's a couple enemies, that's about it. Our Lizard King. Oh, Maxim's Tomb. So that's in the desert, but there's a brick wall, stone wall right here. I tried glitching, see if I could get into it on the sides or something if there's an active door, but I couldn't do it. It just kept pushing me up above. And so, but yeah, I took a picture of it so you can at least see it. Interesting little textures. And yeah, I tried clicking on the stone wall, nothing worked. First part of the quest at the port town where you had to go clear out the beach. Picture some chili peppers, spice as it's called in the end game. This was on the road to from the fourth town to the desert. It's just a random chair I found floating. So I don't know if that's supposed to be the troll's chair where the bridge would be, because the bridge is non-existent, including its chair. So maybe that's the chair, and this was going to be the pathway. It's kind of in that same general vicinity. Another picture of our second half. Fart cloud included at the bog. Kind of see the similarities in the models. Free falling from the tower. Yeah, since you can yeah, that it's not solid ground right there. So I was free falling here. You can kind of see a better view of the tower in its all non-finished glory. I don't know what if those are sticks or what, but yep. Shopkeeper. Yeah, I wonder what was going to be in here. If there was going to be a whole nother quest line for like a king or queen of this city. And that's Mago's house. And yeah, that's our teleporter that was in the cave in Errormon, the second town. Erron, whatever. And I always wonder, I can't quite make out what these things are. Maybe they're just markers to show like, oh, this is where it came from or something. Or maybe this is the 3 doors you can get into underneath. If I could actually get close to it, that'd be nice. I'd love to get in there and see if they've done anything to it. Yeah, town. Random gold gem pickup thing you can't pick up outside of a bandit encampment. Dust Devil. Yeah, very early model of that Dust Devil. Oh, random logs I found going to the desert. didn't quite make it into the game from what I'm aware of. Alright, and here's my folder of screenshots for some more errors that I've been getting throughout the game. So this is for invalid shopkeeper that I found in Junar, in that one building. Uh, yeah, the no enemies one. This is when we were going into Mago's house. Or trying to get into his lower room there. If I try and interact with the guards outside the 5th city, or 4th, whatever city. Um, let's see. Fatal Error stopped emulation. I got that one a lot. I got RAM issues a lot. Yeah, the TLB load. That one was pretty common too with the fetch thing. This is actually the same one I believe I'm getting with the um, Minotaur Lord in the tower. Scale buffer override with some audio issues. And this one, this is when I try and restart or shut down my computer from Windows. Sorry for the blurriness, I had to take it with my cell phone. Um, but this pops up really quick, and it says it's like a memory error that could not be read. And click OK to terminate program when I try and restart or shut down my computer tower after messing around with this beta. Uh, Before I can click it, it disappears and my computer restarts. So that's pretty odd. Don't know if I'm destroying my RAM, but you know what? It's worth it for my childhood favorite game. One of them. Well, everyone, it was a pleasure. Thank you for sticking around till the end. Sorry if I don't sound super enthused. I just got my second dose shot deal, so kind of recovering still a teeny bit. But I am super excited to find this alpha beta phase of the games. Even if you go on our subreddit, the r/Aidyn, it is awesome. Very just amazing to see that there's people still making game mods for the game and posting content about it. There's people like our friend here, Halababika. Sorry if I butchered your name, but really appreciate all your work you've done with the updated versions of the game and the editor, the cheat codes, all that good stuff. There's people doing let's plays of the game right now still. Um, there's still active conversations going on about the game, people sharing goofy screenshots of stuff that have happened, comic strips, cartoon maps, all kinds of different things. I would highly, highly recommend if you're a fan of the game to join the subreddit. I wish I knew about it earlier. Um, I just so happened to be stumbling upon it when I was rebacking up all my stuff on my hard drive and I found my old Aidyn Chronicles stuff. And I was looking for emulators again for the different versions of Project 64, and this had popped up somewhere. So I would highly recommend joining and checking it out. But any old way, let you guys go for today. I'm going to, I think the next project will be to actually check out the beta, or excuse me, the alpha version of the game, and I'll kind of do a very same similar version of this video. Spoiler alert, we are going to turn Aileron into a chicken and run around. Thank you so much, and you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Oh yeah, it's happening. Oh my god.